What is up, everybody? This is episode number 23 of ESO Recapped. My name is Defatank, and this episode is brought to you by Great Architect. Had an awesome night earlier tonight. Did the Giveback giveaway event. I'm going to be covering that tonight. Just giving a shout out to the people that won. Going to be going over some patch 1.1.3 previews. This was from a couple weeks ago because I didn't do an episode last week, so we're going to go over those notes. Got some big information coming for patch 1.2.0 update that's in the current PTS build. Also, we're going to go over the Road Ahead post for June the 4th. That's some pretty big information as well. So there is a lot here, guys, to cover. So everybody buckle in. Hold all your questions until the end of the episode. That way I can get them. But if you do ask questions throughout the episode, the guys that's in the team speak with me, I got Draven, Katie, Curse, Liquid Tango, Salvatore, and Sig Kane from the Great Architect community that's going to be monitoring the chat and help answer some of the more common questions. But without further ado, here we go, guys. First thing, patch 1.1.3. This patch was applied on June the 2nd in the Alliance War. Implemented some memory fixes, which will improve performance, decreasing the latency in Cyrodiil. That definitely did make some fixes. There's still some latency here and there, so they're getting better on Cyrodiil. Moving on to Caltrops. They fixed an issue with Caltrops. You will no longer be immune to siege damage. Excellent fix. They also fixed an issue where some container rewards received, though mailed by a non-veteran ranked player, contained items with no level or icon. I also want to go ahead and let this video play while I'm going over these notes as well. This is from patch 1.2. So you all have something to watch. Now moving on into the Nightblade Catalyst. This passive ability bonus has been increased from 15% for rank 1 and 30% for rank 2. Path of Darkness. This ability's damage has been slightly increased. 3. Under Nightblade's Veil of Blades. This ability now is capable of critical strikes. Under the Templar Puncturing Strikes, they reduce the global cooldown trigger after this ability is used and slightly increase the ability resource costs. This change impacts Puncturing Strikes and all of its morphs. Under Trials, they fixed an issue with treasure chests so that more than one group member can now loot the chest before it disappears. That was an awesome fix. Under Miscellaneous, for patch 1.1.3, that is on the live servers, they fixed an issue that was causing some people to get stuck at the login screen or the character select screen for long periods of time after experiencing a crash. Graphics. They implemented a fix for those who could not see Ghost when using the DirectX 9 after the patch 1.1.2. However, ZeniMax does encourage that you use the DirectX 11 unless you are playing on Windows XP. So again, if you're on Windows XP, continue to use DirectX 9. Lastly, under patch 1.1.3, they fixed an issue that was causing some collected books to disappear or get replaced when you used a way shrine or reloaded the game. And those are all some pretty important fixes that I pulled out of those notes. If you want to see the full entire 1.1.3 notes, just head over to forums.elderscrollsonline.com. Go to the patch notes section and you can read up on that. Now, moving into what you're watching right now, this is patch 1.2.0 update, and it's in the PTS build. So again, this is not live updates. It's being edited, it's being tested, and also you guys are now able to actually get into the PTS. Everybody that has an active Elder Scrolls Online account can go to the PTS and download it. All you have to do is open your launcher, click the little gear cog. Down below you will see the gear cogs in the top right. By the way, when you click on that, scroll down, you'll see to open the PTS client. Just apply that so it's enabled, and then you'll get a little screen that shows the PTS client. Let me go ahead and pull that up so you guys can see what that looks like. Right up here, click on this little gear cog, scroll down, show public test environment, and then that will pull up. This is a different login that I'm using. That will pull up a screen like this. You got the Elder Scrolls Online, North America, and the PTS. We'll select the PTS, it'll start downloading, and then you can get into the PTS. Alright, let me pull the video back up. We're moving on into patch 1.2.0. First, veteran rank Crypt of Hearts. That's what you're currently watching a video on right now. This is a new veteran rank dungeon that they're putting into the game. It is Crypt of Hearts. It's built for VR 12 players. I've been doing some testing on it. It looks pretty difficult from what I've played in it so far. So I'm really excited to see the full version of that. Next, the Field of View slider. This is an awesome little feature that they've got applied into the PTS. What it does is it allows you to change the field of view while playing in first person mode, and will let you change between the minimum field of view of 70 up to the maximum field of view of 130. Basically what it does is it allows you to see more of the area around you. I was experimenting with that as well. It really gives the game a lot of depth from what I could see, and it is a really cool feature. In order to get to the field of view, just hit escape, go to settings, camera, and then you have field of view. Also, about the field of view, your settings for the field of view will be saved per character, not per account. Next, pick up weapons and armor. This is a new little feature that they're adding in. Weapons and armor found in the world can now be picked up and equipped. These are low quality, but can be used if needed. They sell for 0 gold. They are upgradable through crafting, and you can deconstruct them, but they yield very low inspiration and rarely yield usable resources. So you can use them to, increase your leveling for crafting, get some materials as well.
User was moved out of your channel.
So that's pretty cool that that they're giving the world the ability to loot just random stuff like armors and weapons. Next, they improved interior lighting. I'm just going to pull this up. Simply because it is that awesome. Right there's your interior lighting. Pictures of it improved. I've seen it in game in the PTS. It looks amazing. Really, really good improvements here. There's just another picture of interior lighting being improved. So that's some really, really good changes to the game that they've brought in. Moving on to solo versus group content callouts. When entering group content, it will now tell you what type of instance you are about to enter. For example, if you go to enter Spindle Clutch, instead of it just saying Spindle Clutch, it's going to say Spindle Clutch, and then in parentheses, it's going to say group content. Under the Alliance War, Keep archers now receive upgrades to their damage abilities via the Keep upgrades. So that's cool that archers are now getting upgrades. Also, new daily quests have been added for killing enemy classes. These can be found at the bounty boards. Next, under audio, they added additional sounds that play when screen shakes. They added music and ambience to some locations where they were missing. Number of audio fixes with volume inconsistencies, silence, and text-to-audio mix matches. They also improved the number of sounds for special effects, fixtures, monsters, abilities, and UI. Under combat and gameplay, multiple fixes with combat and gameplay, a lot of stuff. If you want to get the full details of that, if you go to the PTS portion of the forums, go to forums.elderscrollsonline.com, click on the public test server section, you can see exactly what I was changing in combat. There was just a lot to go into there. I want to focus more on the class changes, and I'm going to try to go through these pretty quick. So buckle in And listen up, because there's a lot. Under Dragonknight's Ardent Flame, Extended Chains, Fiery Grip Morph. This ability cost has been decreased. Fiery Grip. This ability will no longer taunt monsters that already have an active taunt on them. Under Flame Lash, Lava Whip Morph. They increase the damage and healing for this ability's active follow-up attack. Molten Whip, Lava Whip Morph. This ability's slotted passive only applies to Ardent Flame skill lines abilities instead of all fire damage. Draconic Power, Draconic Leap. This ability's minimum range requirement has been removed. Burning Talons, Dark Talons Morph. Decrease this ability's damage over time duration. Under Earthen Heart, the Ingenious Shield. I can't not say that. Obsidian Shield. Say it for me.
Is it? I'm not even sure.
Igneous. Yeah, Igneous. Thank you. Oh, God, I can't say some of these words. I get tongue-tied. I told you I was having a bad night tonight for speaking stuff. Told you he was going to be in trouble, guys. If he was in the stream earlier, you know what I was talking about. Back on track. Obsidian Shield Morph. This ability now increases the healing you deal to allies for 5 seconds instead of increasing your shield value. Under Earthen Heart, Petrify. This ability now damages enemies when the effect ends. Under Nightblades. So all you Nightblades, listen up. Here we go. Under Assassination. Assassin's Blade. This ability's visual effects are now easier to see. Incapacitate, Haste, Morph. This ability now increases heavy attack damage. Master Assassin. This passive ability now increases spell power in addition to weapon power. Its stun duration increase has also been added to the tooltip. Reaper's Mark, Mark Target and Morph. This ability's weapon and spell damage buff no longer stacks with itself. The duration of the damage buff will now just refresh upon each kill. Under Shadow for the Nightblade, Path of Darkness. Increase the damage for this ability and it can now be seen by all other player characters. Also fixed an issue where it was ticking more times than it was intended on a target. Refreshing Path. This ability will now heal your allies and the healing done has slightly been increased. Refreshing Shadows. This passive ability is now always active and no longer requires you to use another ability. Lastly, under the Nightblades for Siphoning, you got Leeching Strikes, Siphoning Strikes, Morph. The tooltip for this ability now shows the correct percentage of health recovery. Magicka Flood. This ability now correctly increases your maximum magicka. Siphoning Strikes. This ability now restores slightly less resources and will no longer desync your resource bars upon use. Soul Siphons. The Soul Shred Morph edited the tooltip for this ability so it's more consistent with all other tooltips and fixed an issue so the upgrade tooltip now states that it does less damage than the based ability. And lastly, Strife. Fixed an issue with where the red glow from this ability would last longer than intended. So there's your Nightblade changes for the PTS build. Going on into Sorcerers. Dark Magic, Crystal Blast, Crystal Shard Morph. Says increase the ability's area of effect damage. Crystal Fragments, the sound and visual effects that indicate this ability can be cast instantly are more noticeable. Dark Deal, Dark Exchange Morph. You can now move while channeling this ability. The increase to your armor and spell resistance has also been removed from this ability. Restraining Prison, Rune Prison Morph. When this ability is removed from one player character, it no longer removes the graphics from your other targets. Under Daedric Summoning, General Summoning Improvements. Your pets will now stealth when you initially crouch. Thank you. Your pets can now be given a target to attack. Press Y and left click on your mouse to have them attack a target. Press Y and right click on your mouse to have them to return to you. So that's pretty cool. The Storm Atronach pet will now cancel his cast when you tell him to switch targets and can also switch targets faster, which will result in slightly increased damage. Your pets will no longer aggro other enemies while you are mounted. Another good change for the sorcerers. Rebate updated this ability's tooltip to state that pets restore magicka when they die, or when you unsummon them. Hardened Ward, Conjured Ward Morph. This ability now has a unique icon. Volatile Familiar says this ability's tooltip now mentions it also explodes when unsummoned. And lastly, under the Storm Calling, Bolt Escape. After you use this ability, using it again within 4 seconds will cost 50% more. Disintegrate edited the tooltip for this ability, so now it shows the damage value. Lightning Form says this ability now deals damage at every tick. Lightning Splash says edited the tooltip so it more accurately reflects the damage dealt. Overload significantly increases the light attack damage and cost for this ability. Ride the lightning. Power Overload, last change to the sorcerers. It says this no longer uses the same ability bar as the werewolf. Now then, we're going to go over the Templars, and this is going to do it for the patch 1.2 build. So Templars under Adric Spear. Blazing Spear, Spear Shard Morph. Moderately increase this ability's damage over time. Empowering Sweep, Radial Sweep Morph. This ultimate ability now gives 15% damage reduction and plus 4% damage reduction for each target hit of increasing your armor. Focusing Charge. We have made this ability's tooltip cleverer. Cleverer? Is that a word? It now states that it only stuns targets that are casting. Puncturing Strikes, rank 3 and rank 4. And the final hit now play impact sounds. So that's pretty cool. Puncturing Sweeps, Puncturing Strike Morph. This ability will now heal you based on the damage done. Spear Shards under Adric Spear. This ability will no longer disorient targets that roll dodge. Under Dawn's Wrath, you only got 3 changes coming into the Templar here. First, Blinding Flashes. Blinding Light Morph. Increase this ability's duration. Also, monsters knocking off balance by Blinding Flashes will only display their knockback animation once. Blinding Light says that missing a bash attack while under the effects of Blinding Light will now set the target off balance. It's going to make you pay attention in combat. Searing Strike increased this ability's damage. Under Restoring Light, here's some changes. Cleansing Ritual decreases ability's particle effects in an effort to make other effects easier to see. Focus Healing. This passive ability now correctly applies a healing power increase to Rite of Passage and its morphs. Remembrance, Rite of Passage morph. The damage reduction buff now persists for the duration of the channel, and the tooltip has been updated to reflect this. Repentance, Restoring Aura morph. This ability's beam effect no longer plays a second time if you reapproach the corpse after going out of range. Rite of Passage. This ultimate ability is now capable of critical strikes and will make you immune to crowd control while you channel it. Ritual of Rebirth. This ability now heals you, the caster, for the same value as the other morph, Lingering Ritual. And I lied about going into the next thing. That was it for 1.3 or 1.2. There's 3 other things here. I've got dungeons and trial fixes. Just a quick note that there are a ton, and I mean a ton, of dungeon and trial fixes to regular veteran rank dungeons and trials. I mean, there's just too many to even go over. I'd be here a lot, and we've already been here for quite a while going over these notes. So again, if you want to see what they've changed in dungeons, the veteran rank, regular, and trials, head over to the forums and check those out. There are a lot of fixes. Quest fixes, again, just like in patch 1.1 that dropped, ton of quest fixes. Again, Zos is very aggressively fixing these quests that's still bugged. Things are definitely getting better for that. Under UI, they fixed an issue where the map would not zoom properly in Belkarth. They added map pins for other players in your group that now they're going to appear in the proper location. And they also fixed an issue in various areas where quest pins would not match up between the map and the compass. So there you have it. That is your patch 1.2.0 patch notes that's in the PTS. We're going to cover one other thing here before we end the episode, and it's going to be the road ahead. This here is a post that came from Matt Farrar. They done a road ahead last month, I believe, just saying, you know, where is the game going right now. This is on the main website, and if you guys have not seen this, it's some awesome stuff. This is things that are coming soon and some things that are in the works for the future. So we're going to go through this. First, Dragonknights, they say, is a bit stronger than we intended, and will be making some small changes over time due to the class. Zos's intent is not to nerf the Dragonknights into oblivion, but to tweak them until they are in line with the survivability of other classes. So, you're not going to be nerfed so hard that you're useless. They're just tweaking. Nightblades, they're reporting that they're underpowered. Zos is aware of this, and again, they're going to be making small changes over time until they fall in line with the other classes. Ultimate spamming in PvP. Yes, we've seen this. It is a problem that is being addressed on an ongoing basis. So they're trying to balance that issue out. The EU Mega Server should be moved and completed this summer. So they're going to let us know once all of that is done. So everybody buckle in for that one. If you're on the EU server, ping time should be coming down for you sometime this summer. So I'm sure you guys are very happy about that one. PvP campaigns. ZeniMax is thinking about additional things to add and changes to the campaign system, as shown in the new shorter length campaign that came with update number 1. I can't remember the name of it right off the top of my head. Anybody that's in the TeamSpeak, you guys remember what that was called?
I forget the numbers.
I can't remember the name of it. It's a 2-week campaign that they added. It's under special campaigns if you want to check that out. A post.
Solaris.
Thank you, Solaris. A post will be coming onto the forums for player feedback and ideas that ZeniMax wants from us. So make sure you're watching the forums for that post and tell people to Zos what you want. Connection issues. Some people have been reporting connection errors when logging into the game. The most recent maintenance this past Monday should have taken care of them. So if you're still getting that annoying error 301, contact customer support about that. PTS update, I've already told you, you can get into the PTS if you have an active account. So we're going to go right past that. Longer term updates. This is awesome. Update 3 is scheduled to arrive sometime in July, and it will focus on player customization systems like armor dyeing, guild insignias, tabards, and it will be the start of the rework of our delves, the smaller dungeons, to make them larger and give them more worth exploring. Thank God. We're also starting to rework many quests in the game, so you can greatly reduce the chances that you're being separated from different layers as you explore from Tamriel, and being able to play with your friends. Basically, this is an ongoing effort, and you'll see problem alleviated over the course of the summer. Also introduce more veteran dungeons, another area of Craglorn, with an all new trial, and much more. So again, really cool stuff. Let's see. They've been looking at the veteran rank system as well. They want it to be more exciting to get to level 50 and beyond level 50. What are they doing? Itemization. Adding gear that is harder to acquire but more worthwhile. Others will envy you when you're wearing or wielding that new gear, both in appearance and stat boost. To do this, we'll adjust the soft caps so that they don't kick in quite as quickly. And under veteran ranks, ZOS is looking at giving you more points to spend when you hit veteran rank. This is a very, very early stage, but essential. We want to keep the great customization you have for your character from 1 to 50 and allow you to continue augmenting it in meaningful ways. Our goals is to let you have many more fun character development decisions after level 50. And of course, more content. They're focusing on putting more content on a regular basis, veteran dungeons, Craglorn trials, etc. Further development allowing you to level to the group leader. So a lot of people wanted that mentoring system, so it looks like they're going to be putting it in that whatever the group leader's level is, that's what you'll be leveled to or leveled down to. So it means you'll be able to go back and play dungeons with your friends if they're lower level than you. And where I'm going to end all these notes is right here on this. This right here is the die system that they was talking about. If you played Guild Wars 2, it looks like it's really similar to that. I don't know any other games that do a die system. They're out there, I know they are, but I'm just saying from Guild Wars 2 because I played that. You'll have like looks like here this will be a main section of armor, or we'll look it over here, black. This is all the black levels, and you got red, that's like your secondary, and then this gold is like trim work around the armor. The die system is going to be tied in with achievements, not just trial achievements as you see down here from the achievement weekly trial. They're going to be giving us more information about this die system as we go throughout the future. Looking at 1.3 is when they're looking at bringing this in. I think it's sometime around July is when this is going to hit. Some really interesting things that I noticed from this picture though. He's at a die station, it appears. So I don't know what that's about. These tools, you got a brush, a paint bucket, I have no idea what this is, an eyedropper, and whatever this does. So that's pretty cool. You can save presets, and of course you've got your different hues of colors to pick from. So that's really, really cool stuff that they're coming out with. And as I said, I was just going to give a shout out to the winners from the Giveback giveaway event that happened on the stream earlier tonight. It was a really, really successful event. So what did I give away? I gave away 12 60-day ESO game time subscription cards, and here are those winners: Eldonara, Blitz Fragabi, Fan Hunter X, Kippy2, Cool Solar, Crave More, Tiradu 13, Sane 223, Lolo Man, Vada Draconia, Spartacus Mills, and this last name, Ongalabongala. That's a hard name to pronounce. So hopefully I got that right. Those 12 people won the 60-day game cards. So that's 2 months worth of game time that those guys won. And then we've also got some runner-up giveaways. We got Adora. She chose to pick up the racial motifs 1 through 9. Gobanus won 5,000. Punks Swantani or something, he won 5,000 gold. Bad Momentum won a slew of crafting materials, purples, blues, and legendary crafting materials. Rael 081 won 5,000 gold. Shadow Spawn, Salvatore, Helio 16, and STD Skin all won some different veteran rank gear. So those people, congratulations to all of the winnings that y'all walked away with. And it was very cool to do that giveaway for you guys, and it was a lot of fun. So that brings us to the end of this episode. I know it was long-winded. There was a lot of stuff to cover, so we kind of went over what I normally do. I don't know how long it was, but there you have it for episode number 23. I'll make sure to put the timestamps in the episode to easily navigate through all this information if you want to go back and listen to it again. That way you don't have to hunt for where I was talking about whatever. So that leaves it to you guys in the Twitch stream and my panel. Was there any questions that was asked that needs to be addressed? And if you have any questions now, Twitch chat, please ask. I'd be glad to answer any kind of questions about the content which we just covered.
use this for Spark asked earlier if he can promote you in his private gaming channel, and he wants your permission specifically.
Okay, the promotion and stuff of my channel, it has been done by a few other people just on their own. I don't know exactly how you're looking at doing the promotions and things. You know, if you want to promote it, I don't really have any kind of problems with, you know, you guys helping get the word out there about the stream. I mean, I do appreciate the assistance on spreading the word on my stream and how I do stuff. So, I mean, as long as it's not a problem with anybody else, I'm fine with it. ESB 41093 says, I don't know if this got covered since I just got here, but what is your outlook on how many Nightblades will be in the next content patch? There's going to be a lot of people that just simply hop to the hottest build because it seems to be overpowered or whatever. ZeniMax is really trying to tune these classes so that they're very equally done. I mean, with the way that the skill system is set up, it's very, very diverse. So they're just looking at abilities that are just doing things that they shouldn't be doing. But a lot of this overpoweredness just comes with people, you know, realizing how to play their own class and using these other abilities to make it thrive even better. So, you know, I would say to the people that are jumping around to these other builds, really read into the builds, understand what they do, and wrap your brain around the build and pick something that, you know, is going to accommodate your playstyle, and you'll have a lot more fun than just trying to play the flavor of the month.
I'd like to add to that.
Go ahead.
I think everybody knows that plays the game. It's a brand new MMO. They're still trying to balance things. There's going to be nerfs, buffs, and adjustments from now into the end of time. That's how MMOs work. But on top of that, you do have people that don't know how to play their class, and you got people that know how to play their classes very well. And on top of that, you got people that abuse mechanics. So it makes those what appear to be really big differences that really aren't that big appear that much bigger when somebody learns how to abuse a mechanic compared to somebody that can't even play the game. So don't believe all the hype. The game is not completely broken. There are adjustments. They will be made from now until forever. Give them a chance to adjust. And once they adjust, they're going to adjust some more. And then somebody's going to find a way to break it, and they're going to adjust some more. And then after that, they just adjust it to be adjusting it. That's just how MMOs work.
Yep. Another question was asked, when is the update coming? Patch 1.2.0 is scheduled for the end of June. Patch 1.3 sometime in July. That's just rough estimates. They're trying to keep on track with about every 4 to 6 weeks, pushing a content patch out, giving us some new stuff to do and things like that. So that's what you can expect for the game coming up. Like I said earlier, PTS is open. Also something else to cover. For the people that's never been into the PTS, when you go into the PTS and you log in, you use the same login information as your live game. Just select the PTS and play it. Log in. You'll go to the character select screen. Let me go ahead and get in here. This is live game. We're just going to go ahead and launch this up, give you guys a little bit of a walkthrough about, you know, getting into the PTS. We do have a lot of new people getting into the PTS. This is the first time that anybody with an active account has been able to get into the PTS. It's been locked down very, very tight since probably late 2013, early 2014. It's only been a very, very select group of people, and I was in that group of people doing the long-term testing. So ZeniMax did open the doors to it and said, anybody with an active account, log in and help us test, give us some feedback.
Hey, don't forget, guys, if you log into the PTS you never played before, if you want to, you can skip ahead. You can make your character, what is it, 9th level, 10th level? Because they want you to test the in-game content. So don't think you have to level through that.
The new Craglorn's Vet 12 now, man.
Yep. And that's what I'm going to show off right here. So when you get into the game here, in the PTS, of course, you won't have a character. You just create character. You're going to come up here in the top. If you do none up here in the top, then you're going to be a level 1. You drop this down, you got none, Craglorn, and Fungal Grotto. Fungal Grotto will make a level 12. I don't know why they're doing that, but it's there. Pick Craglorn. You'll be able to pick the Daggerfall Covenant. There was some stuff that they said that Zenimax said we'd be able to do any race in any alliance. I don't know why we're not able to do that yet, but whatever. That's the way it is right now. You pick one of the 3 races in the Daggerfall Covenant, and then whenever you name it, you get into the game, you're veteran rank 12. It'll give you gear, it'll give you your attribute points for veteran rank 12. You max everything out, you're good to go.
Yeah, they give you enough points to make a really steady, strong build.
Yep. Adrian's got a question? Yeah, go ahead and ask. This is in regards to the consoles. Adrian2 Cantu says, how will the PS4 or Xbox versions work? Is it online? Will they be the same servers? So we'll break this down. PS4 and Xbox. First, Elder Scrolls Online, it is online. There is no offline mode for it. So yes, it will be online. The PC and Mac have their own mega server to play on. There is a North American mega server and a European mega server. As it sits right now, PS4 will have their own mega server to play on, North America and EU. The Xbox One will also have its own server, and it will have North America and EU. The servers will not tie into the PC and Mac. The consoles will not play together. That's the way it sits right now. If you're going to play on the PS4, subscription is required. $14.99 a month. Same rule set as the PC and Mac. You're playing under the same rules with that. PlayStation, Sony, has decided to waive the requirement for the PS Plus membership if you're only playing the Elder Scrolls Online on the PS4. So if that's all you want to play on the PlayStation 4, you do not need a PS Plus subscription to their stuff. So that's pretty cool. Microsoft, on the other hand, I've not heard differently. The last I heard, Microsoft was not waiving the Xbox Live membership. So you're going to have the subscription and the Xbox Live membership subscription. That was Microsoft's choice. So there you have it.
To answer Brain's question, I haven't had a chance to test it. I'm playing on a Templar right now in the PTS. I haven't had a chance to test because I never did use Adric's spear very much, except for the javelin for the knockback. I did read some of the new changes. There was a couple of them that I were a little disappointed with, but that's just my opinion. That's just me. I mean, the empowering sweep with the armor buff was really nice for if you're a tank Templar, but I did like the fact that they changed the pierce one, the javelin one, where it heals now. That's always nice because most people didn't use that puncturing sweep very much because it costs too much magicka to use, but now that it heals you, people might be using it a little more.
Yeah, I mean, just for me to add in there, I'm not sure how it's going to change the DPS for a Templar with the Adric Spear. So, I don't know. We'll just have to take Draven on that one and let him do some more testing with it. So, sorry I can't get you an answer on that one. Something else that was asked. Where did it go? Oh, Adrian asked, will I have to buy the game again, and how do I get to Veteran Rank 12? I missed that part. If you decide to purchase the game on PC or Mac by the end of June and play by the end of June, they're giving you the option to upgrade your account, or transfer your account, I should say. Transfer your account from the PC or Mac version to a console of your choice for $20, and they will give you an extra month free. If you already bought the PC Mac version and you want to keep that there, you don't want to transfer it, you will have to buy the game again on the console of your choice, and then you'll have another account over there. So hopefully that answers that question. And how you get to veteran rank 12, just simply playing the game, leveling up, doing quests, killing monsters, doing veteran rank dungeons, PvP, all that stuff will make you level up throughout the game, and that'll eventually get you to veteran rank 12.
I'll add this for you. If you want to enjoy the game, level up through veteran content, lots of delves, major quest lines that all go towards the, what's it called, Defa? The quest objectives to fulfill the big quest line for the guy with the steel helmet on his head.
Cadwell.
Cadwell's
storylines.
Cadwell's quest and all stuff like that. If you want to go faster, once you hit veteran ranks, people can jump into Craglorn, and you're a little underpowered. But if you get in groups, there are delves and stuff you get to. You can level up faster if you want to. It's there for you if that's what you want to do. If you're trying to catch up, but otherwise, enjoy the game. Feel free to run the dungeons, the veteran rank content, whatever you like. You'll get there.
Yep. Spark, if you have a current subscription for the PC version, do you need to get a separate sub for consoles? Again, I think I answered that question, but just to reiterate it, if you want to play on PC and Mac and a console, you do need 2 separate accounts and pay sub for both of them.
To go back to Brain's question about the Adrix spear line, I'm just testing out the spear. I'm doing a lot more damage now than I was before. It seems like they did up the damage a little bit on it. So I was doing average about 500 to 600 on trash mobs, and now I'm doing about 7, 8 now. And I just tested it on a one of those dragon washaki thingies over there in Deshaun, or Shadowfen, I mean, and
Wamasu's?
The Wamasu's, yeah, the vet 9 ones, because I'm on DC, and yeah, I just did about 600, 700 damage. So,
Adrian,
yeah, I've increased.
Adrian just asking, how does the veteran rank thing work? Isn't it by normal levels? Like if I'm level 10, what is next, or how do I earn it? Well, leveling 1 to 50 is just regular character levels. Once you hit 50, then you get into veteran rank stuff. That's when everything converts over to veteran points, and you earn veteran points by doing the quests, doing veteran rank dungeons, PvP, things like that. You no longer generate skill points the way it sits right now when you get a new veteran rank. Instead, it's giving you the access to more gear. The gear is set up like every 3 levels or so that you can wear a new piece of veteran rank gear. And that was something in the earlier stuff that I was talking about, is ZOS is trying to make the veteran rank levels more worthwhile, the better gear, making you stand out more and make you feel like you've achieved something with those veteran ranks.
Yeah, you don't get a skill point in veteran ranks, and you don't get an attribute point, but your soft caps go up, and you're allowed to wear stronger and better armor as you go. So,
didn't they talk about in the patch that we're going to change that, where you don't get skill points anymore when you hit veteran ranks?
Phantom says, is it possible to get every skill line maxed with everything morphed and leveled up, and how many points would that cost? I calculated just under 400 points on my Dragonknight, or skill points would be required. I know for a fact they've confirmed over 300 skill points in the game, so is there another 80, 90 skill points? I don't know if they counted all of every single quest that you can get a skill point or not, but there are a lot of skill points in the game. I wouldn't just waste them and just start picking stuff. I would pick what you really need, and then have like a secondary, okay, what's the next stuff that I want?
On my DK, and I've got just about all the skill points out there, I've got enough skill points to have my DPS spec, a tank spec if I want it, and 3 full professions. So you could probably skip a profession, get 2 professions, and fill up all of your class skill lines and everything.
Very good question from Zombie here. Do you feel there would be a stronger player base for the PS4 like it is for the PC? Between the two consoles, I think probably more love is going to be shown to the PS4 simply because of you do not need the PS Plus. Could be wrong, but it's going to depend on, are people just playing on the console for Elder Scrolls? It's going to be interesting to see. Will there be as big of a community on the consoles as the PC? Probably not.
No, it's not physically possible.
We could be surprised, and there'd be a ton of people get on the console, and it'd be awesome. Who knows? It's going to be one of those things we have to wait and see. But I think the big kicker is going to be how they do social systems in the console, whether it's going to be really successful or not. I think that is the single big factor, the big hurdle that ZeniMax has to jump.
The last projected numbers I saw, and these are just surveys, and they can change, and I saw this a while back, was that approximately 90% of the game were people intending to play this game were PC players, and 5 to 6% were PlayStation, and about 4% were Xbox.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and wind the episode down. I think we've gotten all the questions related to the episode. Get this stuff uploaded. I've got some stuff that I do have to take care of from the Giveback giveaway, getting these cards mailed out and stuff. We'll see about getting back on the stream. I don't know. It may be tomorrow when I come back online, guys. But I will let you know in the Twitch chat if I'm going to bed or turn the stream back on. So I will see you all maybe later on or tomorrow, one way or the other. Appreciate everybody tuning in for the episode tonight. And I appreciate everybody being here for that, asking the questions and participating. Also, just joining into the stream as I'm doing my streams, answering questions and stuff. Appreciate all that, guys. If you want more information about the Elder Scrolls Online, visit the ElderScrollsOnline.com for more information. If you want any more information about the Great Architect gaming community, visit greatarchitect.us. And I think that's going to do it. It's been a busy evening. Anywho, thank you guys very, very much. And again, thanks for watching everything on the YouTube. Keeping up with all the ESO recaps. Y'all have a good night. Take care.